Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some battles here in a second. So I'm not going to put this at the end of the video or anything, just going to give it to you right here. A weather boosted shiny Terrakion on my first legendary raid on its return. Pretty awesome because it was funny. I was talking to somebody right before we did our first raid on the raid hour, and I was saying we have never gotten a shiny legendary when they have been released on the first raid. Then we were joking about how it would never happen. And I was like, oh, we got to be a little bit optimistic. It's bound to happen eventually in like 20 years. And then bam, I actually get one. So pretty awesome. And I guess I'm all done. And thank you. And no sacred sword. So let's go ahead and hop into these battles. For this first one, this is just for fun. I'm going to be using my Mawile, Lugia, and Toxicroak. So this team is extremely vulnerable to Stunfisk and Whiscash. So we're met with a bad lead, and we're already off to a horrible start here. Switching into Toxicroak, very slow on the switch here. Gonna go ahead and use a shield on this, or let it go through, I guess. Oh, right, yeah, that's probably the better play. Gonna get off a Sludge Bomb here, and then we're gonna go ahead and go in with Lugia. Now, I do have Dragon Tail, Sky Attack, and Hydro Pump, and I don't plan to use Lugia very much, or any time at all. I just wanted to go in for fun, do one battle, and not ruin my score. Losing once is perfectly fine here, and I was still satisfied with this battle, to be honest with you. So swapping into Mawile to absorb the Sky Attack, not very effective. Unfortunately, we're Squishy going to farm it down, or try to, and they're going to be swapping into their Azumarill. They still have one Pokemon we haven't seen back there. Going to be going for Iron Head, doing a lot of damage. Some people were asking why Iron Head over Play Rough, because Iron Head, you're able to fire that off a little bit quicker, and it's doing a lot of neutral damage, and it's just a pretty nice move with Mawile's Fire Fang. Doesn't take forever to charge. So going back in here with the Lugia, now you're going to see this thing put in some work here. So unfortunately, our Dragon Tail is not very effective, so that is really holding us back big time for this battle. They use both shields, and Lugia is just holding on. They swapped into something that's going to be a Toxicroak, going to be able to almost one-shot it, doing one more Dragon Tail. In comes the Azumarill, and we're not looking so hot. We're going to be using our last shield with just a sliver of health left here. And we're able to get to the Sky Attack, but we're not able to fire it off, unfortunately. If we were able to do that, maybe we would have been able to just Dragon Tail the Altaria, but yeah, ain't happening today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the battles that I did have this morning here. So we're starting it off with the most intense, the battle everybody is looking forward to see. Why you guys are subscribed and have notifications turned on. The Azumarill versus Azumarill mirror match here. So we have Hydro Pump, they have Play Rough. We already know we're going to lose this here. All we can do is put on as much damage as possible and think about what we can do with the Pokemon that we do have behind here. So obviously we have the Mawile and then the Shiftry as well, and that is the team we're going to be using for the duration of this video. As far as the swapping, I was doing it, but I'm going to tell you guys I had horrible leads today swapping, just rotating them between battles, the leads there. So they're going to be going into their Shiftry, and we're going to swap into our Mawile here. We're going to go ahead and shield this up. It's still going to do a ton of damage. I knew they were going to have two back-to-back. I wanted to preserve a little bit of health on this thing, and we're going to go for that Power Punch. Now, I could have maybe just farmed it all the way down and save my energy here. But hey, it is what it is, so we're just going to go ahead and go down. Able to survive with a little bit of health left, but hey, gonna farm this Azumarill down with not very effective Snarl, a very bold move there, and they have a Whiscash in the back, so it was a good call here. We're going to be able to fire off 3 of these. So we had 2 pretty much built up, and then we're going to have some residual energy, and we're going to go ahead and go for another one here, and this is going to take it out in one shot. A Leaf Blade will take out a Mudboy one shot in the Great League for sure. On to the next battle. We're met with a Stunfisk. This is a great lead for us here. And they're going to be switching into Shiftry. We're going to go ahead and go into our Mawile, and we're going to be able to handle this, resisting all of the moves, but still they're going to be doing a ton of damage because Shiftry is just a machine gun, and it hits like a truck. It fires those charge moves off like crazy, and it hits hard, but it can't really take a hit. Yet again, another situation where I could have potentially just farmed down. They're going in with their Altaria. This is not great because they're able to farm a bunch. Fortunately, though, we do have the Azumarill, so we can go ahead and go in here with that. Absorb the Sky Attack comfortably here, and we're going to be able to potentially win this battle. because, well, all we need to do is fire off one Ice Beam. That's not going to necessarily, well, it's going to take them out at this point. At full health, it wouldn't, but they're going to be retreating with energy. We're going to be swapping immediately into our Shiftry here and going for those Leaf Blades, giving them no opportunity. We're going to go ahead and let this go through, seeing that we're going to be resisting everything. Even though we're squishy, we can take the Stunfisk's charge moves. No problem here. Going to be going for another one. And we have so much energy, we're just going to go ahead and go for the Foul Play onto the Altaria here. And we're going to let it go down because we can just go back in here with our Azumarill. Really comfortable resisting that Dragon Breath, especially with 2 shields. We're going to be looking great. They're going to be also getting bonus points for sticking this battle out and not backing out because this is an obvious loss with 2 shields on my end here. But they decided to just keep trucking on. So awesome and good game. Moving it on to the next one here. We're met with a Toxicroak. This is absolutely horrible and we need to get out of here. Gaining a little bit of energy because we want to store that up for later. Swapping into Azumarill, and they're going to be going into Hypno. Expecting a double punch. It's going to be a Thunder Punch, which is not great for us. They're going to be able to beat us here, so we need to land this Hydro Pump, and we're able to. That's fantastic. But the thing is, they're still going to be able to take us out with this Thunder Punch, so I'm probably going to have to shield this here. And I wanted to farm down, but I didn't want to get greedy, and they're going to hit me with another Thunder Punch. So we're just going to be going for Ice Beam. They decide to use a shield and swap into Toxicroak, and we're going to go ahead and go into Mawile, and we're not in a good position whatsoever here. Those Mud Bombs doing so much. Mawile, I love it, but some days it's just holding me down like an anchor. It's just not helping me in some of these matchups because of the team comp the other trainers do have. Anyways, going in with the Azumarill, and we're just going to go in here with our Shiftry, and I think I just let this go through. It's over for us, so GG's there. I could have maybe pulled that off if I tried, but I don't think so. Anyways, moving it on to the next one here. We are met with a Skarmory. Oh, yeah, we're going to be trying out a different team for just a couple of battles here. The Vigoroth, Hypno, and Azumarill lineup. I was trying to maybe swap, but I decided to just stay in this battle and eat that, gain a little bit more energy, and go ahead and swap now. The Hypno does have Psyshock, Legacy, and Thunder Punch. So they're going to be bringing in their Stunfisk. This is not good for us here. So we're just going to go ahead and go for Ice Beam. I wanted to go for Hydro Pump, but I knew they would probably shield it up, so it's a good thing we went for that, right? We're just going to let this go down at this point. This is a lost cause, and yeah, getting off one more Ice Beam before we do go down, which is actually pretty good. Super effective damage, and bringing it fairly low. They're able to farm us. Oh, they're surviving with literally probably 1 HP here. And no matter what we bring in, they're going to be able to get off a charge. So we're just going to throw in Hypno to absorb whatever they're going to throw at us here, because it is pretty tanky and gaining a little bit of energy. So we do have Fire Punch up against this Meganium, so this is going to be great. I do believe they kind of threw this battle towards the end here. I think this might be the one, or later down the line. I think it had a Meganium in the line in which they were going to win. So we swap into our Vigoroth here to just take their shield away, and they're going to be swapping. Going to be going for another Body Slam here onto that Skarmory. And Vigoroth is just a nasty beast. We're able to get to another Body Slam, and the counters are adding up, and so are the Body Slams. We're able to take it out. Incredible Vigoroth here. Then they're going to be going down to the Meganium. We're going to go ahead and go for that Fire Punch, and this is going to take the win for us. So that was a very nice match. Good game. Moving it on to the next one here. See what they're going to be. Starting it off with the lead. We're going in with Vigoroth again. We're met with a Shiftry. Fantastic. And they're going to be swapping into Altaria. We're going to go ahead and go into our Azumarill here. And we already know how this is going to play out. Typically in this matchup, I mean, coming out with health could be good. But then they could just counter you. So kind of just maybe want to, have your health be on the lower end. But they decided to let it go through. So at this point, I was like, okay, well, we're just going to let this guy attack. No point in shielding it up. The Azumarill played its position here. They're going to be going in with their own Azumarill. Now I'm just going to get off a Hydro Pump here just to do as much damage before we exit this battle. I could swap, but then we'll be locked in. So we're just going to let them farm us down here. But unfortunately, they are farming us quite a bit. I realized, like, man, those bubbles are really not doing much damage to us. And now they have like an Ice Beam and a half ready to go, or a Hydro Pump almost. And we're going to go ahead and go in with our Hypno and shield this up. They're going for Ice Beam. So that was not a good use of the shield here, Going to be going for Psyshock. I found this combination on Hypno to be pretty good. Still testing it out. They're hitting us with a Hydro Pump. That's not great at all. Swapping into Shiftry, we're going to be going into our Vigoroth immediately here and going for those body slams. This is going to do a ton of damage to Shiftry if they do let it go through. And their charge moves are going to be doing a lot in return as well. And the thing is, Shiftry is going to be able to fire them off, so we're not in a comfortable position. I should be able to survive this and get off another body slam here. And the counters are going to deal a lot of damage to that. Well, not a lot of damage to the Azumarill. I mean, it's not very effective, but it does add up, and the body slams do. So we're able to go in with the Hypno and take it out with Confusion. So looking good here. Moving it on to the next battle. Still going with the Vigoroth. Okay. I think I was having bad luck with my normal team, so I was just like, you know what? Let's just test this out here. So it started doing pretty good for us. Going to be swapping into Azumarill. And now we're faced off against the Swampert. They hit us with a Hydro Cannon and we used a shield. That is not good at all. And then they hit us with the Sludge Wave. The whole 1-2. All right, you got me there, buddy. And we're going to just continue on here. Try to get off another Ice Beam. They swap into their Azumarill and we're locked in here. So that Swampert has a ton of energy. I really don't know what I'm going to do to take care of that because we don't have our Shiftry. Swapping into our Vigoroth here and doing as much damage as possible. And just, should we let this go through? Yeah, that's fine. We'll let it go through. Going to be going for another Body Slam. Vigoroth is an amazing Pokemon here. And we're going to be able to farm down. Awesome. Perfect. And they're going to be bringing in Skarmory. Now, this is not very effective, but we see what Vigoroth did to the other Skarmory. So, yeah, don't sleep on Vigoroth. But unfortunately, they're able to farm us down. We almost had a Body Slam, and now they have energy ready to go. I threw my Azumarill in here, hoping that they would get off a charge and use their energy. And I think that was my only win condition at this point. So, unfortunately, we're going to be taking a loss on this one, probably. Because we needed them to use their energy on the Azumarill. But, yeah. Going to shield up this Hydro Cannon in hopes that I can potentially maybe pull this off. But they still have a shield left, so yeah, this is totally not happening. Going to shield this up here and hit us with another Hydro Cannon. And they're going to be able to take the win there. Very nice. Moving it on to the next one here. Let's see what we have going on. I want to bring you guys some more unique Pokemon, but I need to bring up my score. And it is a very rough scene in the Go Battle League right now as far as ranking up. Once you get up to 8, it is just nuts. All right, so we're going to be going for that Leaf Blade here up against the other Shiftry. Now, in these matches, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Some of you already know this, but the thing is here, obviously having higher attack is going to help you get the CMP, but another trick you can do is let them throw the first potential Leaf Blade, and you're going to be able to get in an extra Snarl, and then you're going to be ahead on energy. So you'll be able to fire them off before them after the initial first charge move if you let them fire it first and you gain that extra Snarl. It's called piggybacking. All right, so we're going to be going in with our Mawile here to preserve the Shiftry, and they're going to be swapping into Altaria, which, hey, I'll take it. They use both shields, so we're going to be able to go for Iron Head. This is going to do a lot of damage here. Now, obviously, play rough would be nice, but the thing is, it takes forever to get to it, and they could potentially take us out before we are able to even do that. So we're going down. We have no shields, and we should be going in here with our Azumarill and farming it quite a bit to make sure we have a good amount of energy for whatever they do have back there. They're going to be going for that Sky Attack, typical, right? And yeah, we didn't build up too much energy. Those attacks are going to start adding up quick with the Altaria. So going in with the Shiftry and getting off this Leaf Blade immediately here. What do they have? It is a Registeel. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off here. So going for the Foul Play, doing a good amount of damage here. Going for a Leaf Blade. I mean, I could have maybe went for another Foul Play, but I didn't want to risk it. Just doing as much damage as I can. I was getting a little nervous that they were going to lock on farm me, but I don't think they could. I think I should have been able to get off another Leaf Blade. So we're going to be going with our Azumarill. We should be able to survive this. Fantastic. And I'm just going for a Hydro Pump. I don't even care. I'm just going to go for the big move here. Maybe Ice Beam could have done it with a bubble, but we're able to get that win there with the Azumarill Hydro Pump at the end. That was a close one. Moving it on to the next one, we're met with another Best Buddy Mawile. Really, that is pretty amazing here. All right, so let's see who is going to win this battle. This is pretty exciting. The Shadow Best Buddy versus the Purified Best Buddy. So getting off that power punch, and our Fire Fang is just doing a little bit more damage. We're able to win that mirror match against the Best Buddy Purified Mawile. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with Shiftry here, and they go ahead and give up the game. So good game there, and very nice Best Buddy Purified Mawile like that. So going into the next battle, we're met with a Shadow Victory Bell. Of course, I'm not leading Mawile. So we're going to switch into Mawile now, and you know, they're obviously going to switch, and they're going into Stunfisk here. I'm thinking I should just go for Iron Head at this point. I mean, it's not very effective, but it's going to do more damage before they do take me out in basically one shot. So we'll start testing that out here. Now we're going to be going back in here with our Shiftry, of course, and it's not looking great because, well, we have a Azumarill in the back, and then they have the Shadow Razor Leaf Victory Bell, which is going to absolutely just tear in to both of our Pokemon, honestly, but the Azumarill is going to be devastatingly bad. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through, expecting an Acid Spray. It is a Leaf Blade, and that's it. That's game. We lost. It is what it is. I decided to just stay in here really quick, though. Yeah, that if it was an Acid Spray, yes, that would have not been great, but I would have been able to survive a little bit longer. And the only way to salvage this, I felt like, was to swap, and yeah, that's probably not the best decision, but I was stuck between a rock and a shadow place, so not happening. Back out, like, nope, I'm done. Good job, you got me. All right, so moving it on to the next battle here. Starting it off with Mawile, we're met with a Kingdra. All right, so maybe could have stayed in there. I was just afraid of Octazooka, so we're just going to go ahead and switch into the Shiftry here. And they decide to stay in this fight. Pretty awesome to see a Kingdra. You don't really see those too often. And they decided to use both shields here. So there they go with that. And they are shieldless, and we have two shields, so we're in a pretty good position. We're going to go ahead and go in here with the Azumarill at this point. Bubble is not really doing anything to it because it's Dragon and Water. So it's going to have a doubled up resistance there. So really nice. Building up a little bit more energy than I typically need to take them out with that Ice Beam, because we want to build up energy, but it didn't do that much damage because they did lower our attack. So yeah, this isn't looking the best here, but it's also not looking horrible. Just hope they have something in the back that's going to be weak to Mawile. Otherwise, it is not going to be looking so great. They have an Ampharos here, so we're going to be getting up to a Hydro Pump, and then we're going to swap into our Mawile immediately. Or not. We're just going to go down with the ship. We have two shields. Was it really worth saving them until the very end? Let's see what's going to happen here. They're hitting us with a Thunder Punch, and hitting us with another one. No. I think we're going to have to let this go through. I don't know if that was the best idea. What do they have in the back? It is going to be a Meganium. Oh boy. I think we got this, folks. Let's go. So hitting it with that Shadow Punch. Power Up Punch. I'm recording this right now, and it's probably around 12:30 or 1 in the morning. That's why I'm kind of talking a little bit softer than usual and probably messing up a few words here and there. So forgive me, folks. Yeah, no, the job never sleeps. And yeah, I know I want to go to bed right now, but I had to make these videos for you here. So we're starting it off with the Shiftry. We're met with a Haunter. This is great. We have to look out for Sludge Bomb. Also Shadow Ball, right? So we're not going to take any risk, and I think we're just going to shield this up. It is going to be a Sludge Bomb. That would have easily KO'd. Even if we had like 5 times the health, it probably would have KO'd with our stats. All right, so we're going to be going in with the Hypno here, and they're bringing in the Azumarill. Now, we could typically win this if we had Thunder Punch, like we went over a long time ago, discussing the usability of Hypno with Thunder and Ice Punch. Absolutely amazing. There's so many different moves you can use for this thing. It is a very amazing Pokemon to have for sure. So they're taking us down here. They have some energy. We're going to go ahead and go in with our Shiftry and just go Leaf Blade immediately, giving them no opportunity, and it's going to force them to use a shield here. I do believe I used my shield as well, and they're going to be swapping into Registeel. We're going to be building up our energy here, swapping into our Azumarill to catch this, and it's a Focus Blast. So that was awesome. I put a big smile on my face, and at this point they gave up the match. Good game and awesome. All right, moving it on to the next battle here. Let's see what... Oh, we're going back to Vigoroth. All right. So we're met with a Meganium, and not great, right? Because Frenzy Plant is very unforgivable. That thing is just so nasty. Doesn't take much energy, and it just deals so much damage. It's so OP. Look at that. All right, so what can we do? They're swapping. That was baloney. Did you see that? So basically, it took off about, I don't know, 20% of my health instantly without even giving me an opportunity. And yes, it's going to do a lot of damage counter on Deoxys to my Vigoroth, but not like that. At this point, this battle is pretty much over for me. I decided to just keep going and see what I can do with it and entertain whoever this is here. But yeah, let's just truck on and see if we can do something here. So let's see if we can land this Hydro Pump. I don't think that was the best idea. They had 2 shields. They're going to be blocking it up, so that wasn't looking too good for me here. Probably should have just went Ice Beam. That was probably one of my winning scenarios, is getting that Hydro Pump through. But nonetheless, let's continue on here. Able to take them down with Bubble. And we're going to be going into our Hypno and immediately going for that Fire Punch onto the Meganium here. I think should we shield this up? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that here. They're shieldless. We're going to be able to take them down. I mean, at least I was able to make I wouldn't say a comeback, because they have a Bastiodon in the back, and that is an absolute game over for me. So, good game, and it's unfortunate that the Go Battle League has to have these little glitches like that. Moving into the next battle, we're met with an Umbreon with our Shiftry, and this is, not the best. All right, so they can go for Foul Play, or they can even go for Last Resort. Last Resort's going to do neutral. I decided to swap into my Umbreon here, and we catch a Foul Play, which is great. They're going to be swapping into Mew. Now, most of the time, people's Mews are going to have Grass Knot or Wild Charge, so we need to look out for that and keep that in mind here, because that's going to do a lot of damage. I decided to just let it go through. It is going to be a Psyshock, so good thing we didn't shield that up. It's going to be doing a good amount of damage, but it's definitely not going to be shield worthy. We're able to get to one more Ice Beam here before they do take us down, which is great, bringing that Mew pretty low. And we're going to go ahead and go in here with Shiftry and farm down. I decided to shield this up because I don't know, maybe they had another move, and there you go. There was that Wild Charge. So they were hiding that. That would have done a lot of damage, even though we're resisting it. They're going to be bringing in their Umbreon. We have quite a bit of energy. We're just going to go ahead and go for that neutral Leaf Blade here onto the tanky Umbreon. And what is going to happen here? Do I use my shield? I do. All right, so just a Foul Play, but still. Going to be farming a little bit more. Going to go ahead and go with that Leaf Blade here. And what do they have in the back? I decided to swap into my Hypno to absorb this here, because I just felt like I wanted to keep that thing alive. And we have a Azumarill back here, so this is great. We should be able to maybe win this here. So let's see what happens. Going for that Psyshock. So that is going to still be great coverage, as we've discussed before in a previous Hypno video. If you didn't want to run, Ice or Thunder Punch, Psyshock, if you do want to use your Legacy TM on that, or if you already have one, is going to be great for neutral damage to a lot of things. Going in here with the Shiftry, and we're just going to go for that Leaf Blade. I don't know why I over-farmed there. There was no point to do that. And then we're going to be able to take the win. So we do have a couple more battles here, folks. Let's see. We're going to be going with Stunfisk, because why not? So we have the Stunfisk and the Shiftry, as well as Altaria combo here. Threw in the Altaria to absorb the Hydro Cannon. They're going to be bringing in their Jirachi here, and everything we're going to do is going to be resisted, but that's fine. We do have the Shiftry in the back that's going to be able to handle that. Going to let this go through. This is going to definitely not quite take us out, but almost. Going to go ahead and go. I mean, I could go with Stunfisk too, right? So it looks like going with Stunfisk is a better idea right here. Going to go ahead and let this go through, because Doom Desire is going to not be very effective, because we are going to be electric type. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb, which is going to be dealing super effective damage. We have a ton of energy, so let's see what is going to happen here. Going to be going in with an Altaria. Now we just need to do as much damage as we can if we want to win this, and as well as maintaining shields. We're going to go ahead and switch into our Shiftry. We know that they're not going to swap back. And we're just going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade here in hopes that we can get a shield out of them. Seeing that they have two, I mean, it's time to start using them up and not get too risky by taking specific moves here. So we get the shield. Let's go ahead and go for another Leaf Blade here and see if we can get another one. They swapped into Swampert. Wow. And we one-shotted it. That is incredible there. So, all right, I'll take it. I'm going to be going into our Stunfisk and going for the Discharge, and this is going to be game. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I will be getting a new mic soon, so the consistency of my voice will get better, hopefully. Thank you for watching again. Take care, and I'll catch you all next time.